What's good, YouTube? It's your Native Reacts, and today I got some huge news. It is a big day in modern Native American history. Leonard Peltier was pardoned by President Joe Biden. If you aren't familiar with Leonard Peltier, here's a 1-minute vid to highlight the man we're talking about today.
1973. The Pine Ridge Indian Reservation is at odds with the elected tribal government and turns to the American Indian movement for help. Leonard Peltier, an AIM leader, sets up camp at the Jumping Bull Ranch to support and protect the traditional people being targeted by violence. June 26, 1975. A shootout begins after two FBI agents follow a red pickup truck onto the ranch. In the aftermath, both agents and a member of the tribe are killed. Over 40 Native Americans participate in the shootout, but only 3 men are charged. While Bob Robideau and Dino Butler are acquitted on the grounds of self-defense, Leonard Peltier is convicted and sentenced to life in prison based on coerced witnesses, shifting FBI testimony, and the withholding of vital ballistic evidence. Since then, Peltier and his supporters have been fighting for his freedom. His next parole hearing is set for July 2024.
2 years ago, a rally happened outside of the White House on Peltier's 79th birthday, asking for his release. On September 12th, 2023, there was a rally for Leonard Peltier's release. Hundreds of activists and indigenous leaders rallied outside the White House on Tuesday to learn Leonard Peltier on the imprisoned activist's 79th birthday, holding signs and chanting slogans urging President Joe Biden to grant clemency to the Native American leader. Peltier is serving life in prison for killing 2 FBI agents during a 1975 standoff on the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation in South Dakota. He was convicted in 1977. Key figures involved in Peltier's prosecution have stepped forward over the years to urge his release. The rally's organizers said Peltier wrote a statement, which was read aloud in front of the White House, in which he thanked the people who have pushed for his release. And I quote, "I hope to breathe free air before I die. Hope is a hard thing to hold, but no one is strong enough to take it from me. There is a lot of work left to do. I would like to get out and join you in doing it," end quote. Over 100 people journeyed by bus and caravan for 3 days from South Dakota to the District of Columbia to support Peltier's release. Speakers at the rally included Reservation Dogs actor Dallas Goldtooth, President of the National Congress of America Indians Fawn Sharp, and other indigenous leaders. The White House has been quiet on whether Biden would even consider clemency for Peltier, given the FBI's opposition. But members of Biden's own cabinet, including Interior Secretary Deb Haaland, have pushed for Peltier's release in the past. At this time, Haaland was a congresswoman. She is now the first Native American to lead a cabinet department in the U.S. And now, for the news we're all here for, the clemency. Peltier's attorney filed a clemency application with the White House Office of the Pardon Attorney, and his supporters organized a campaign to convince President Barack Obama to commute Peltier's sentence. A campaign which included an appeal by Pope Francis as well as James Reynolds, a senior attorney and former U.S. attorney who supervised the prosecution against Peltier in the appeal period following his initial trial. In a letter to the United States Department of Justice, Reynolds wrote that clemency was in the best interest of justice in considering the totality of all matters involved. On January 8, 2017, 2 days before President Obama left office, the Office of the Pardon Attorney announced that Obama had denied Peltier's application for clemency. On June 8, 2018, KFGO Radio in Fargo, North Dakota, reported that Peltier filed a formal clemency request with President Trump. On February 6, 2023, Leonard Peltier again made a plea for clemency. On June 10, 2024, Peltier had his first parole hearing since 2009, with a decision on parole being required to come within 21 days. On July 2nd, 2024, Peltier was denied parole. Ahead of the 2024 parole hearing, Sharp described the hearing as probably Peltier's last chance to make a case for parole. Between 2014 and until 2025, Peltier was housed at Coleman Federal Correctional Complex in Coleman, Florida. On January 20th, 2025, on the last day of his presidency, Joe Biden commuted Peltier's life sentence to home confinement, granting him a pardon. Well, it took 50 years, but justice was finally served. Although it is a step in the right direction, I'm sad to see that even though he was pardoned, he'll still be forced to be on house arrest. I'm grateful Leonard is free. It's a big day for social justice in America. This channel is not political, but I would like to thank Joe Biden for being the man to finally see this through. in freeing Leonard. Remember, like, subscribe, and join the tribe. See you guys on the next one.